back, back, back. Wild King Nights, part 2. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you new. Y'all know what we ready to do, man. Know what time it is. Wild King Nights part 2, y'all. I'm ready to change my name, my lives, yo, to Wild King Nights. Not because I'm a king, though. I mean, not on no Diddy shit. It's just when you hear the term Wild King Nights, you know it's some real shit going on, man. You know it's ready to get wicked. You hear me? Whenever you hear the phrase Wild King Nights, you know what's going down, yo. And we be getting busy over here, yo. So it's going down. You hear me? Wild King Nights Part 2. What's up, Snake House? Even what it is. 2800. Man, we go talk about all that, man. You got OTF Dede brother snitching on murder. Man. What they call Shorty? Man, we go. 11 inmates escaped to New Orleans. Niggas said, man, we out of here. Fuck y'all think this is? Can't hold a real nigga down too long. We ready to escape this bitch. Yo, before we King Nights. Hey yo, niggas need to protest Haley Bailey, man. Fuck it, whatever the fuck her name is. Why is she doing that boy DDG like that, man? Yo, why is it that? Yo, know what's crazy? I'll tell y'all something that's crazy, right? For decades, right? The black man has been getting the short end of the stick because of not being present in their children's life, right? That shit been going on for a long time. Now you got black men stepping up to their kids and black women on bullshit. How the fuck did that happen, y'all? How did they get to a point where at first it was the black man and black women was complaining about the black man not wanting to take care of their kids. Now the black man is stepping up taking care of their kids. And the black women is like, man, fuck you. It's my child. Like, yo, that is crazy to me. Yo, what DDG do to that girl, yo, to make that girl try to separate him from his child, man? That's fucked up. Nigga need to protest her dumb ass. Like, why you doing that to that man, yo? Now, if he was to flip out and do something crazy, then he'd be... Oh, my God. Fucking police. These niggas. Where the fuck did they come from? Hold on, y'all. Get off work, put over by the police. Find my registration. I ain't getting out. What am I get out for? Dumbass nigga. Man. I had to get my insurance on my phone and shit. Fucking headlight out. Yeah, yo. Guess I'm having a Wild King night. Having a Wild King night myself. This shit crazy, man. This motherfucker. Don't ask me if there's any guns and drugs in the car. Nigga, dude, look like I got guns and drugs on me, nigga. What the fuck? I'm dirty as a bitch with a whole fucking uniform on. I don't need to do drugs. Motherfuckers automatically think you got guns and drugs on. Yeah, I'm good. I gotta renew my registration though. That's about it. Where the fuck my lighter go at? That's about it. Oh my god. Okay. They got another one pulling up. Right in their mind, right? God damn. The fucking whole police.
Man, I think you got yourself confused. Your registration ain't expired. It's good till the end of the month.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah. No tickets or anything like that tonight. So, but yeah, you just know you get the passenger side headlamp out. So just get that taken care of at some point, okay?
Alright.
Alright, drive safe, man.
Alright, thanks. So my registration not suspended. I mean expired. I thought my shit was expired. Fucking dumbhead. These motherfuckers came 3 deep. Fuck out of here. Fuck away from these motherfucking police. Get the fuck from behind me, man. Alright, there we go. It fucked up my goddamn everything I had going on. I don't be scared of police. I lanes on them niggas. Worst case scenario. You feel me? Like, I don't be scared of that motherfucker. That's why he said, oh god, nigga, I ain't getting out no car, nigga. Fuck, I'm gonna get out the car for. Dumbass nigga. I know how to deal with them people. Long as you know your rights, you ain't got nothing to worry about. They only violate you when you don't know your rights. That's the only time they violate you. You know your rights, they can't just do whatever the fuck they want to do to you. Not with me. I've been laying on them niggas for years. And I don't do that yes sir, no sir. None of that. You know what I mean? They don't get that type of respect from me. Cause they don't give it. And even if they did, dude, I don't call them niggas that. It probably did. Work be saving niggas. I be trying niggas to understand that. I work, man. I ain't out here causing no terror to the streets, nigga. days is over. You feel me? I'm out here trying to put a positive message. Speak to the people that want to listen. You know what I mean? I ain't got time for no dumb ass shit for real. He said I was scared to death. I look scared to death? I don't think I look scared to death, yo. I don't think I'd be scared to death, yo. When I see the police, I ain't dirty. Now if I had a motherfucking joint in this bitch, I'd probably be a little, I probably would have been a little, probably would have been racist. But I wouldn't have went out like Baby Threat. You know what I mean? I would have started crying. I'd tell her on the body. I don't know. They go to jail. I just thought my registration was expired. But my shit don't expire till the end of this month. Worst case scenario is just gonna get a ticket. My car's straight. Showing straight. You know what I mean? Worst case scenario, I don't even know where the fuck yo even came from. I need to see your bitch ass. I thought he was gonna get me with speeding or running the light. I be running the lights at night. I thought he was gonna probably get me with some shit like that. I be trying to get the fuck home. Yeah, and that bitch all goddamn day. Yeah, yo, but Haley Bailey, yo. Why is she doing that boy like that, yo? So they say she filed a police report or filed a restraining order against this nigga, talking about he threatened her and did this, that, and the third. But it's an old video. Her motherfucking teeth been chipped. So she out this bitch lying. Like, why are you lying on that man? Yo, like, that's some disgusting shit, yo. Now, what if yo was decided I mean, like, yo, that's one. God damn. That's one of the worst things you can do, yo, is play with a motherfucking child, man. And the crazy thing about it is, what I was getting at earlier, it's like how the point where, for decades, black women been calling for black men to step up and take care of their kids. Now, the black man that's trying to take care of their kids is being played with by black women. Yeah, but and the other parent is on bullshit with them just cause. That's the play. Cause that's what's being spent. You know what I mean? That's the narrative that's being ran. You don't need no man. You can be both parents. You know what I mean? Even though statistics says otherwise. We got years-long statistics that say otherwise. You can't be both parents. You can only be one. You know what I mean? You can't be both. Like, that's fucked up, yo. That's down bad what she doing to that man, yo. That's down bad, yo. They took all visitation rights from yo. That nigga he can only see his child for 6 hours, 1 day of the week. And it gotta be supervised. Like, yo, that is insane. See, yo, and it be times like this, right? And people get mad when a nigga say, you know what, man, fuck her and that child. And I ain't saying it's right. But what I am saying is that happens. It'll get to a point where the woman plays so many games with the man, nigga just be like, you know what, fuck both of them. And then now he'd be the worst nigga in the world. Cause all she gonna do is slander the nigga. Yo, these niggas be speeding on this road. Go around me, yo. God damn. All she gonna do is slander the nigga. Had a child hating him. Whole time, that nigga was trying at first. You made Joe give up. You made Joe say fuck it. And I ain't saying that's what you should do. Because I don't ever think you should give up. But everybody different. Some people like, yo, fuck that shit, yo. I ain't got time to be playing these dumbass games, stressing myself out. You want the child, keep it. As fucked up as it may sound, that's a real reality. It's a real reality, man. Shit crazy. That's fucked up. And the crazy thing about it, only good niggas go through it. Only real niggas that's trying to step up go through it. Them fuck boys, you know what I mean? Fuck boys don't go through nothing. Niggas that don't care, yo, they don't go through nothing with these women. Women be chasing them around. Like, oh, this shit crazy as a motherfucker. The niggas that's out here thugging women, having multiple baby mothers, not taking care of none of them, they don't go through half the shit that the niggas that's standing up trying to be family man, trying to be fathers to their children. They don't go through half the shit them niggas go through. That shit crazy. Shorty, she fucked up for that. Yeah, it always come out. You see what happened with Tyrese. You see Tyrese's daughter turn 18 and say she done with her mother. I'm moving with my father. That's why they always say, oh, you gotta get both sides of the story, man. A lot of us grew up with just one side of the story. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't never one of the people that didn't know who my father was. I knew who my father was, knew what he did, knew what he was involved in. You know what I mean? I always chalked it up like, man, my father was on drugs. Yo kept going to jail and shit. That's why he wasn't around. So I ain't really hold that like. But some of these women are live. Yeah, man, had a child hating their father. Make them think he don't want you or he don't care. It's a dirty game, yo. She fucked up for that, though. They need to protest her dumb ass. Next movie she in, niggas should no black men watch that bitch. No support. No black people in general. Black women need to stand against that shit. That's the only way it's gonna stop. Black women gotta stop supporting bad behavior, man. You gotta stand up against fuck shit, no matter who it's done by. But it's just crazy how the times that we living in now, where black men is actively trying to be family men and actively trying to take care of their kids, and black women is like, nope. But that's the play, and that's the play I've been telling y'all for the longest. That's the play I've been talking about for the longest. That's been ran on black women, and I'm the only one telling people. Nobody else seems to see it or seems to care. It's like, yo, after all these years, black men finally try to get their shit together. You know what I mean? We know we had plays ran on us since the 80s, since the 70s. Now we try to right our wrongs, and they done flipped the script, and now they running the play on the black women. Like, they ain't never gonna leave us alone. They ain't never gonna peep the plays before while it's happening, so we can correct it. Shit crazy. Now I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I know from what we saying, she was mad that he took his son on string. I go, you can't control what he do. Like, that's another thing. Like, yo, motherfucker be thinking that's my child. Like, you own the motherfucker. Like, yo, you don't own this child. This child gonna grow up one day, have his own family. He might not even come. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers be thinking they own the child. You don't own the child. It's not property of yours. It's a human being that's gonna grow up in one day and see life and gonna see life through his own eyes. You know what I mean? Not through the eyes of you. What's up, Ball Out? What's up, Randy? Charlene, what it is? I don't respect that shit, though. What the fuck is my mother calling me this time of night for? Fucking 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I don't respect that shit, man. I say it's just hurtful, yo, to see that shit happen to a nigga that's trying. You know what I mean? Do that shit to them niggas that ain't trying. Why do that shit to a nigga that's trying? I don't get that. And y'all, we not friends with big homie CC either, y'all. We on his ass, man. But I hope they can figure that shit out. More than likely, he gonna appeal that decision. He probably get it over time. But if she went to the courts and lied, talking about he put his hands on her and did all these things to her, it's like, come on, shorty. That's fucked up. Regardless, even if the nigga did, even if y'all did have some type of dispute, is that enough? Like, why you keeping this child away? Did he hurt the child? The child got to do with it. Motherfucker be using their children as pawns and leverage. Like Cassie used them tapes against Dede. Yeah, man, niggas be using them kids like Cassie used them tapes. I told y'all, yo, Cassie used them tapes against Dede, yo, as leverage. Cassie told that nigga, look, you either gonna give me 20 million or the tapes, or I'm writing a book. How is that not extortion? That's a matter of fact, that's what I should have put in the title. Instead of Cassie is a porn star. Yo, but how is that not extortion, yo? Cassie tried to extort Dede. Ain't that a federal crime? Ain't Big U locked up for extortion? Now I see why they gave her immunity. It makes sense now. Cassie committed crimes. Planning freak offs, all those are crimes. But they willing to forgive her crimes to arrest Dede though. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm almost at the house now, y'all. I'll be at the house in like 2 minutes. Fucking dumbass police gonna pull a nigga over for no reason. I be saying a million fucking cars. I didn't even know my light was out anyway. But I be saying a million cars out this bitch riding around with one light. Motherfucker pulled me over in the middle of the night. He thought he had one. You thought he had a victim. Nope. Think I'm just getting off work. Nigga, leave me alone, nigga. Go on about your day, nigga. I thought he had a victim. They fucked my live up, yo. We still live? So let me know if we still live, man. Or they ended it. No fucking reason. It's bullshit. right, we still alive. All right, bet. Okay, let's just see hella people dropping out. I'm almost at the house now, so we ready to get the numbers back up. Pull the fuck up right now. We got RV light on in the house as usual. All right. Oh, so they playing with the numbers, making them dip and shit. Oh shit. I found a motherfucking Jamaican spot out here. Shit wasn't that bad. I was surprised. Man, I was like, oh shit. Jamaican spot ain't near that bad out this bitch. Shit. Excuse me. Oh. It's really raining or something. Yeah, so we ready to get rolling, man. Yo, but a serious question though, y'all. Yo, would Cassie be considered a porn star? That's my question of the day, y'all. Is Cassie a porn star? Because obviously, what it looked like to me is Dede had an infatuation with porn, and Cassie was the star of the film. Is that not what y'all getting? Was Cassie not the star of the film of Dede Productions? Not Bad Boy Enterprise, but Dede Productions, right? And if she was, yeah, she loved it. So yo, why is Dede being prosecuted for being a motherfucker, a porn producer, and nobody else? Like, what's the difference between what Dede did with Cassie and what West Coast Production does? Dede Productions. For real though, what's the difference between Dede Productions and West Coast Productions? Somebody got to explain that to me, yo. Do you don't think West Coast Productions fly people in from state to state to engage in sexual activities? Is that sex trafficking now too? Yeah, that's what Dede legal team should have did. They should have played that role. They should have played that card. They might do it. They might do it in closing statements. What is the difference? What about OnlyFans models? OnlyFans models being sex trafficked for money. Is that sex trafficking too? Like, we need a definition of this shit. You know what I mean? They need to define what constitutes sex trafficking. Because I see a lot of sex trafficking going on. Based off of Dede case. If we basing everything off Dede case, it's a lot of people sex trafficking right now. Like, as we speak, they doing it right there. Faye's gonna bust the door down. It's a raid. I don't think so. Yeah, but we're gonna get back to Dede. We gotta talk. Well, no, before we get there. Did y'all see the inmates escape? Did y'all see the inmate escape from Louisiana. What the fuck? This shit gonna work? What's up, Lisa? The fuck? Oh, all right. That's the longest it ever took. Hell yeah, yo. Inmates escaped from Louisiana, y'all. 11 of them. 11 of them. Got the fuck out of there. Dug a hole. Dug a hole in the ground. Ready to pull it up. Why the fuck my phone? Why the fuck my computer be disconnected from the internet? They record 2 of them. You seen the video of them running? Yeah, that nigga still won't tell that he Jake Hills. Yeah, right here.
I'm Noel Honig, and I'm a director and a designer. But if I'm working with type in Photoshop, the property's
Nobody asked if I had guns and drugs in the car. Yeah, why each time they see a black man, they think I want to do this. Do they say that to white people, Indians, and Asians when they pull them over? Yo, do y'all think when they pull over an Asian man, do they ask him, "Do you got guns and drugs in the car?" Or they just do that with black people? Yo, have they ever did a report on that? Yo, one of these non-profit organizations need to do a study on that. When officers pull over other races of people, how often do they ask them, do they got guns and drugs? Because I ain't gonna lie, I've been asked that a hell of a lot of times by police. I've been asked that shit. I might have got pulled over in my life at least over 10 times. You feel me? And at least 7 of them times they asked me to have guns and drugs in the car. So this the video of them escaping right here.
I'm not rocking with a lot of this AI stuff, but AI on Wix, now that's a vibe. Now this whole flow is a conversation, so your words actually build your website. You can go any direction here. Online store, writing a blog, or maybe a portfolio. All right, let's do this.
All right, in the meantime here, we are going out now live to New Orleans with an update on these now 9 escaped inmates. Law enforcement addressing the media. Let's watch live.
Montana.
Yeah. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here so we can get more information out to our community. We are joined here today by our partners who are helping us to put this investigation together to get these folks back into custody. We are joined here by the FBI.
Yeah, they better not be short time.
The new SAC who's in the back. We are also joined by our partners.
These niggas better have at least 10 years or better. Them boys ran with 5 years and shit like that, man. They dumb as a motherfucker, man. Do your time, nigga. Ain't gonna be that long, nigga.
New Orleans Police Department, Chief Gauthier, the state police. We've got a couple of members of the state police also here to support us. Crime Stoppers and
like the nigga from
CEO Costanza.
Remember the dude from Virginia? I did a video on his ass ended up catching like 10 more years for that dumb ass shit. He only had like 5. I mean, he ain't had no super amount, you know what I mean? Like it ain't worth the risk, cause you're gonna get caught eventually. I mean, I told you I was locked up with an old guy that was on the run for 30 years. They locked his ass up at 80. Yo could barely move. I was like, God damn, yo, let that man go, man. Yo old as a motherfucker, you can't, man, let that man go. They let him go eventually. They kept him for like close to a year though. They kept him for a nice little minute.
And we are going to start off with
it ain't worth get that. You gonna get that when
Major
you catch
Silas Phipps Jr., who's over our Investigative Services Bureau, to give you an update about that. We'll then have Chief Jay Mallett, who is our warden over the jail, to discuss a little bit more about that. Major Stephanie Minto,
can y'all see, is this
who
clear?
Our Crime Victims Reparations Unit Commander.
Yo, is this clear, y'all? Let me know if it's not clear, y'all.
Early Costanza will be next after that, and then the SAC from the FBI will be final. Major
They is fucking without numbers. This says one person in here.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Sheriff. Thank you all for being here. I'll start by providing you an update on where we are with the investigation. Just an overview of the 8:30 this morning, OPSO jail operations staff found that several inmates on Pod 1 Delta were missing during their head count. That jail staff immediately began a systematic search of the facility for those inmates as members of our investigatory team began combing through video to see where they could have gone. At the time of the incident, there was no deputy physically on Pod 1 Delta, and the technician that was assigned to the housing unit module had actually stepped away to grab food. After reviewing video, we noticed that at 12:22 a.m., several inmates on Pod 1 Delta were observed jarring one of the sliding doors open, specifically on cell Delta 1006. At 12:43 a.m., those same individuals entered that cell. At 1 a.m., they were observed on our facility using an adjacent loading dock door, so a loading dock door adjacent to that pod, and subsequently going down a side road behind our building, a secure perimeter between the Phase 3 facility that's currently under construction. At 1:19 a.m., they were then observed scaling the fence along the I-10 between our building and the currently under construction Phase 3, using blankets to avoid being cut by the barbed wire. Those individuals subsequently ran across the westbound and eastbound lanes of I-10 and then entered the neighborhood. This morning, after investigators became involved, they subsequently found clothing that they shed in that neighborhood. Although it was previously reported that there were 11 escapees, there were 10. 9 remain at large. 1 was apprehended earlier today, which you've covered. And 1 person previously reported as an escapee was located inside the facility. As of right now, 3 employees have been placed on suspension pending the outcome of this fluid and ongoing investigation. We do have a video we're going to play with you, and I will kind of narrate just to kind of show you what I've already said, and then I'll go from there. So if you take a look at the screen. So as you see here, on the screen, this is where you see inmates jarring open the sliding doors of the cell that they used to escape. The whole, this is, so,
Can you start it over?
sure.
Most Uber riders for $2 more.
So you see them jarring open the door. They get it open. Subsequently, they go inside that cell. And this is where you see them exiting the loading dock door. As you know, you'll notice they are carrying blankets with them. This road that they're going out of is behind this building.
They got the fuck out of there.
They subsequently go through another door. And here, at some point, you can see them come through here, and they scale the fence through this door that...
Oh, they're not even in prison. They in jail. They in jail, so yeah, they probably still fighting cases. Cause they don't put prisons this close. Well, sometimes they do. If it's like a pre-release, but most prisons they put them bitches out in the bonies. Like you ain't running nowhere. You hear me? You're gonna be running a mile and a half before you motherfucker get to some type of civilization.
Good on their escape crossing all lanes of I-10. That's where you see them going across as we speak. Alright. So, and as Casey said, we will share those videos with you all.
So if you had video of them...
1 second, I'm working on it.
We would like to acknowledge the over 200 law enforcement personnel that are assisting this investigation. They represent partner agencies, the Louisiana State Police, Department of Public Safety and Corrections, Louisiana Office of Probation and
Yeah, they
Parole,
probably did.
Louisiana Attorney General's Office, the New Orleans Police Department, the Orleans and East Jefferson Levy District Police Departments, the United States Marshal's Office, the Federal Bureau of Investigations, Homeland Security Investigations, the Office of Alcohol, Tobacco Control, and Explosives.
Right, they got all
the
hands
St.
on
Tammany
deck.
And St. Bernard Parish Sheriff's Offices. I will now turn it over to Chief J. Mallett.
Thank you. What I would like to do is kind of point to you what we believe is the exit point of where the inmates left. What you're looking at here is a vantage point where you're behind the cell in the pipe chase. And as you can see, these are rebars that reinforce the structure. There are clean cuts here, and plumbing has been removed. All this on the outside of the cell, behind, in the pipe chase. This is how it looks initially. As you can see, we have bolts that hold those fixtures in place. These are again on the back side into the pipe chase. All of this has been removed, and these have been clean cut. There was some assistance with this. That's why we're thoroughly investigating. And as Major Fisher said, we placed 3 individuals on administrative leave pending the outcome of this investigation.
Good afternoon, all. I am Major Stephanie Gibson, and I oversee the Crime Victims Unit for the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office. Once I was notified about the escapees, I immediately gathered a team of experienced staff, and we started calling victims and survivors just to make sure that they are aware of what was going on and that they are safe. For the records that had no information, I immediately reached out to our partners. Partners such as NOPD Special Victims Unit, Detective Walton, who was very grateful in helping us, and she provided us with other information that we were able to call those families and help them as well. Once we finished the first batch of victims, we started calling the second batch. And actually, the reason why I'm saying that is because I separated them. The chief from the DA's office, victims, Alison Morgarder, reached out to me, and we both were calling victims. What she had and I did not have, we shared information, and we both gathered all the information, and we made sure all victims are aware of what was going on. Most of the victims were very grateful for the calls. They graciously thanked us. We additionally sent our detectives to their homes for more safety measures, and that alone speaks measures. I strongly encourage all to educate the community on the importance of VineLink. This is a free app that is listed online, and it is also a guide for victims and survivors to track offenders while they navigate the criminal justice system. The number for Vine is 1-800-277-7477. I'm sorry, it's 1-866-277-7477. We are located here at third floor of the sheriff's office, and our contact number here is 504-827-6754, 504-202-9229. Thank you.
Good evening. As you know, Crime Stoppers has been in this community offering asking for anonymous tips and offering cash rewards for that information for over 40 years, close to 50 years. And what we do is we allow you to
How much money y'all gave out?
a phone number, and that number you hear it every day, 504-822-1111. You can go to the crimestoppersgno.org website and post a tip. Use our mobile app. It's Crime Stoppers GNO Say It Here. No matter how you come to Crime Stoppers, you remain anonymous. We're not tracking your IP. We're not tracking your phone number. We're not asking you to be a witness. But what we're asking you to do today to help the individuals here is to make the call. If you know someplace that someone likes to frequent, you know someplace that where they might visit, a friend that might be helping, give the call, make the call, send the tip. Now today we're also announcing an increased reward of $2,000 on each apprehension.
So I get paid to do.
There are 9 individuals that we're looking for. That's $2,000 on each of the 9 individuals. You have to go through Crime Stoppers. We asked you to come through Crime Stoppers because we're going to keep you anonymous. That's the trusted program. That's the way that we operate. But know that the reward is there if your information leads to the apprehension, and that will come from law enforcement. Thank you. FBI.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Jonathan Tepp, Special Agent in charge of the FBI here in New Orleans. FBI New Orleans has a command post up and running to help search for the escaped inmates. We are offering a reward of up to $5,000 for information leading to the arrest of any of these escaped inmates. If you have information on their whereabouts, we're asking you call 1-800-CALL-FBI or submit a tip online to fbi.gov/New Orleans Fugitives. We're working side by side with our law enforcement partners. New Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office remains the lead investigative agency here, and we are helping. Thank you very much.
We'll take questions from each. Go ahead from Channel 4.
Is there any indications that friends or family on the outside were aware in advance or communicating about these plans?
And we're not going to get into the details of the investigation, Major Phipps, but we're looking at all angles.
What does it say? And I mean this respectfully, but you said, and I'm going to quote you here, that you observed those guys running out at 1 o'clock in the morning. What does it say for jailhouse safety and security when you see a jailbreak like that, but you fail to notify anyone? NOPD, the public, anyone?
We didn't say that.
What did you say then?
Yeah. We observed on the video later this morning. We had to pull that video.
You said you observed at 1 a.m.
So let's be clear. I said what we observed on the video through the investigation. So yes, when they looked at the video this morning after the staff realized they were gone, my investigators found that at 1 a.m. that's what happened.
So no one was watching live video all night at the jail?
I won't say no one was watching live video, but there are over 900 cameras.
How did nobody see them leaving the jail?
There are over 900 cameras.
God, this nigga's upset. What the fuck? What them niggas did something to your family member, nigga? Fuck you so upset for? You just the news, man. Y'all push fake narratives all the time. He definitely is. He definitely on their head. Like, yeah, like he got skin in the game or something. You feel me? But you so bad for it, nigga. Chill out. That's why I told her, yo, chill out, man.
How did no one see a massive jailbreak?
The why and how is part of the investigation. So we have interviewed, I think, all of our employees, and we are interviewing all of the residents of that particular pod as well. And then there's a lot of people that you've got to wade through their interviews to find out, to get down to the details of what happened. There was somebody on duty.
Sheriff, the source told us that phone calls haven't been monitored over the past week, and escaped inmates were planning how they were going to get out through phone calls. Were y'all monitoring phone calls?
We monitor phone calls all the time. There are 1,400 people in this jail, over the city council 1250 limit. So can you monitor every single person every day? No, we don't have the bodies to do that. But we do monitor, and we rely on tips, and we have an intelligence unit that monitors what's going on in the jail. There's a lot of things at any given time going on.
But it's your job. It's your job to monitor
Yeah,
every single person in this facility.
God damn.
Visually,
What
with
you
our
work
deputies
for?
on the pods. Yes.
I did have a question. The former sheriff, Marlon Gusman, he disputes the claims that there were a lot of issues here at the facility after he left. Do you stand by your statement about the issues within? And also we learned that you have a $14 million fund balance. Why wasn't that money used to repair the locks? If you could talk about that.
Can I speak to the I can speak more intelligently, I believe, to the physical plan in the jail. Not necessarily design, but at some point this jail was planned, and it was obviously planned to be a minimum custody facility. I don't know what the dynamics of the population was in New Orleans as far as those incarcerated around that time, but that is not the dynamic. 24 pods, and 90% of those pods are populated with high security inmates. Those are people that are predatory, assaultive, violent, and aggressive. So we were in the process now of developing an ad-seg unit, because we identified a large number of individuals that needed to be on some type of restrictive housing environment that did not exist. So it's plenty of deficiencies when we start to talk about the physical plan. So it's not correct to say that those things didn't exist, because they're prevalent.
This jail opened in 2015 into 2022. They never had a jailbreak. So when you say
Yo, who is this nigga, yo?
Well, you gotta think about.
They never had a jailbreak.
Says it all the time. She talks about the 83% recidivism rate. So you got people in and out here all the time. So they've been here and know the place. No, I say when you start talking, I say it was built, had to be built for a minimum. So you start talking. You start talking about locks. I don't know of a max security inmate. Right now they had an objective classification system in place. I don't know if that was in place. If there were max security, it may have been everybody clumped together. We know now, based on our objective criteria, that we do have people that are classified at a higher security level than what this particular facility was built for.
Yeah, talking about failures in the pods, is there a maintenance and service contract at this time in place? Is there a maintenance and service contract in place? We're talking about failures within the pod. Is there a maintenance and service contract in place? Travis gets asked multiple questions. We're asking another question.
I really can't
Is there a
hear you now,
maintenance and
buddy.
service contract in place with the pod?
There's a murderer in there, right, who had already been convicted, and he was in among these 10, right? Were they in separate cells?
Everyone here is two to a cell, and that's what we have. And we've been in constant communication with anybody that's been convicted with the Department of Corrections to come and pick up those individuals that have been convicted. We have 78 individuals right now, we've been in communication with the Department of Corrections, and they're assured us that they're going to come and get these.
Now I understand why he ran. I mean, he got sentenced to life and they ain't come get him yet. Nigga, he should have ran. I ain't gonna lie. Life in prison is something to run from. Especially if you already been convicted.
Familiar with Derrick Rose, if he's been sentenced. I know he's been here for a long period of time. So if he's been recently sentenced, that's great. He would have been on our list. He may be aware of that. He'll be on our list to go to the Department of Corrections. But they have, the Department of Corrections and Public Safety, have worked with us to move several inmates that have been sentenced. They come twice a week. I just got off the phone when I stepped out here then with the Department of Corrections to identify how many individuals we have that have been sentenced, that are taking up space, that are high security people, that have long sentences, and they all are violent.
Talking about the difference
in that case, is there something being done to protect the witnesses who testified against him?
I deal with the jail, so there'll be someone.
That's what Captain Pinto addressed earlier. All those have been in contact.
Talking about the pods and the deteriorating conditions, is there a maintenance and service contract in place to make repairs? And we're also hearing that critical cameras were down for weeks.
We have, this is our CFO, Bianca Brown, to talk more about that.
Hi, so I'm Bianca Brown. So based upon the question that you asked earlier about the fund balance related to the 2023 audit, I'll give you a breakdown of that. 4.2 million was related to accounts payable. 9.5 million was related to FEMA restricted cash, but capital only. The CJ and restricted cash had about 98,000 in it. Due to others, which was processing fee, DAPs, clerk of courts, NOPD property room, they get about 97,000 of that money. We had due to the Department of Public Safety for civilian backgrounds that we had done. That was about 400,000. And then we also had a detail account that's kind of restricted. Videos, video cameras, tactical gear, software, and maintenance for the deputies that they pay based upon their details. So that doesn't exist. That's failed. That money doesn't exist. That was from a 2023 audit that they reported on, and those funds don't exist. As of today, that balance is about 6.3 million that is still due out as of 2025.
And I know that you
couldn't answer my question. We asked the question. Nobody answered.
What is your question?
Once again, we asked multiple times. Is there a maintenance and service contract in place to take care of the deteriorating conditions within the pods and within the jail?
We can't afford a maintenance and service contract.
That are not working.
So right now, we can't afford a maintenance service contract. We have maintenance staff that do the day-to-day. But right now, our current budget sits at about 68 million. 41.1 million comes from the city, 13 million comes from the millage, and about 10.1 million a quarter is given to us. Right now, our payroll is about 9.6. Our food expenses is 780,000 a quarter. That eats up the money. We don't have the funding available to have a full maintenance contract to do this. We've explained this on multiple occasions. Just on Monday, we went to the City Planning Commission and we reported this out. We asked for the money to secure this. So the funding is not available to do what needs to be done, and it hasn't been done.
Not appropriate enough to handle violent offenders like the ones that escaped today. Have you all considered potentially shipping them elsewhere?
We can't afford it.
Also, just
answer this question before you
your budget is bigger than Marvin Gusman's was. Do you all realize that the last sheriff had a smaller budget than you have?
The budget was bigger, but guess what? Things are being deprived. So what you're seeing is a result of what's happening now. Broken doors. You got facilities, wear and tear. All of that is occurring now due to that budget. This size facility, they should have a $150 million budget easily. The budget that we have, it doesn't support what we need. I've laid out the numbers. You see, it's critical.
I wonder if I could speak to what you said. Have we explored shipping outboarding individuals? Yes, we have. We've sent out numerous individuals, high security people, to various places. Department of Corrections and Public Safety has helped us with that. We've sent people to Plaquemine. We've sent people to Catahoula. We've sent people to Madison. We've sent people to Angola. 30%, almost 40% of those individuals we sent.
It's a money grab, y'all. That's what this is, bro. This is a money grab. They ready to build a state-of-the-art jail in motherfucking New Orleans. They let them boys escape, man. So they can get the funding that they need. That's what this look like to me. Because I ain't never seen a situation like this where they go that deep in depth on the particulars about how the jail was ran, what money goes in, what money goes out. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. They probably use a federal informant to escape. Yeah, man, rally the troops. Look, we need you to escape, man. We're gonna have it all laid out for you. Yeah, man. Just get some guys, and then we're gonna get the funding. And we're gonna lock this motherfucking jail down. Niggas gonna be like Fort Knox. You ain't even gonna be able to come out this bitch. It's gonna be 23-1.
Demanded back for various reasons. So that takes up space. And the ones we sent to Catahoula, this is important, the ones we sent to Madison and the ones we sent to Plaquemine, all of these are parole violators. So these people are convicted felons that committed a crime here in New Orleans as either a pass-through, having fun, or whatever they were doing, and they ended up in the jail.
And look, circling back, what are you specifically doing to capture these violent offenders?
What do you mean?
What is the sheriff's office doing right now to capture these violent offenders?
The sheriff's office is working along with the 200 partner offices that I mentioned earlier at actually capturing these individuals. We're providing critical intel. So we are combing through those phone calls and other messages you mentioned earlier to identify who they communicated with, where they could potentially be. So along with our partners, we are visiting those locations in search of those individuals.
Specifically, Derek Rose, what are you doing to
recorded as well? Video calls and iPads?
I can't answer whether those are recorded. I know the phone calls are recorded. I don't want to say yes or no on the video call.
Here's a question. Specifically, Derek Rose, what are y'all doing to capture
Chief just said yes, they are recorded.
murder?
All right, you got one more question? Go ahead. Tabo, you haven't had one.
The surveillance that we saw that they were wearing their orange jumpsuits, but you said when they got into the neighborhood they shed their clothes. Was someone there waiting to give them a change of clothes? Did they have clothes as contraband underneath their jumpsuits?
So right now we can't say we haven't seen all of the video to say that from the neighborhood on whether they had additional clothing, but what we knew is they shed some of their orange.
And the CMT is a civilian position, right? Should maximum security inmates be watched by a civilian CMT? And if you could talk a little bit more, I know you said that they were on a break. Could you give us some more specifics on that?
Sure. So yes, the CMT is a corrections monitoring technician. She is a civilian. She sits in a pod module and observes the pod. That is primarily when we do not have the physical deputy staff to sit on the pod. We have a vacancy rate like every other correctional agency in the country. Every corrections has a 55% vacancy rate across this country. Like us, we are underfunded, understaffed, underpaid. So we do our best to hire staff and retain them, but like everyone else, we're short. So yes, this civilian was assigned to the pod module to observe the pod. When she stepped away to grab food, that is when they began their attempts to escape. By the time she returned, they were already into the cell or gone. So she did not even know that they had made good on their escape or made an attempt to escape.
Sure. Do you want to say,
I don't have that time in front of me.
people, I think everybody's live in here. Do you want to say you're sorry to the people of New Orleans for having this happen? I mean, we've heard from you several times today, but do you want to offer any kind of contrition or apology to people for something like this happening?
Well, first we have to find out exactly what happened and how they got out. We think this was intentional. There is much more than meets the eye in this investigation. And why did it happen just right now, right? In the middle as we're getting ready to start this sheriff's race. This is very suspicious. We know that they had help. We're showing you they had help. This was coordinated. There's much more than meets the eye. When I have enough information, I'll be glad to talk to the community about my issues or what I need, anything I may need to apologize for. But what I'm telling you, I'm not finished. But what I'm telling you, this is a public safety issue first and foremost. There's much more than meets the eye. We are digging and we are not going to stop.
God damn. Yeah, that's a play, y'all. They ready to build a mean ass jail over that bitch. They ready to build a mean ass jail. They caught 3 of them. 7 still at large. Alright, since we talking about jail, let me show you a motherfucker that ain't trying to go to jail. He willing to tell on the murder. I told y'all, what I tell y'all? What I tell y'all about a lot of these rats. Motherfuckers get caught with pistols and tell about murders. Where the fuck the whole video at? Look at this nigga.
You love creating music that moves people.
Now I think he's the gangster drill
But
rapper.
your audience wants to hear more from you. So you start a newsletter.
But what I tell y'all about this generation of kids, man, they weak. They weak, yo. Motherfuckers want to do all this killing, spinning, drilling, toting guns, selling drugs, but then they get arrested, and this is what they do. This is what they do, y'all. He probably laughed at butter.
Really? Your custody time, the weapon recovery time, 15:40 on the clock.
You working? I need a copy of the business license.
3, 6, 2, I'll take it in, plus my incident. All right. Just give me a thing.
Illinois exposed Kansas.
He is a baby threat. Shit, he more than a baby threat. He a big threat. Whenever you motherfuckers scared to go to jail, you willing to tell about a murder. He one of the big fuck. They need to change his ass to big threat. He ain't baby threat no more, man. He's a threat to the fucking race of human society. You know what I mean? This nigga telling anybody to not go to jail. Like, he's a threat to not take accountability. He is definitely a threat. I think the name suits him. But instead of being baby threat, it may need to be major threat. You know what I mean? He's a major threat. Kick him out your circle. If you hang with him, get the fuck away from him, because he's going to take everybody down. Ain't nothing baby about this fight.
Dude had a gun. What about that? A man had a gun with an extended clip. That's cool though, right? He been fucked up.
You talking all that because you ain't got nothing, bro. I got I'll stay right here.
Illinois exposed Kansas.
The vibes. What it is.
Illinois exposed Kansas.
Yo, what his son got to do with this? Son was in the store?
She don't know. Hey, we need a copy of the business. What you mean? What happened? We just took somebody in custody in your store.
Where did he come from?
What do you mean? It don't matter where he came from.
He came from outside.
Okay.
He came from outside. He came and hid inside. He came in here and bought
a store. That's all. We need a copy of the business. It should be posted right there in the corner.
I get what you're saying, officer. I'm saying that you guys chased him from outside in.
Huh?
You guys chased him from outside in. No, he was already in the store.
He was in the store.
He was in the store.
You guys are getting the license, right? Yeah, we're trying to, but I mean, Illinois exposed Kansas.
I don't know why. I mean, he's chased from outside.
Listen, man.
Okay, but
this has nothing to do with you, bro.
All right, this ain't got nothing to do with you. You're not in trouble with nothing. I just need your boss's license.
I mean, this video came from 2022. What happened to this gun case? Now, if this gun case disappeared in the thin air, he definitely told about a murder. That boy told about that murder.
I didn't say it's just 6352 South King. That's why I was asking if you saw it. Hey, Kiana's coming back around in the silver Jeep Compass.
Illinois exposed Kansas.
Watch live sports with no hidden fees or long-term contracts. With YouTube TV, try it free. Terms apply. Cancel anytime.
You could have 1 million followers and still not be able to pay your bills.
Over 1 million creators and brands are growing faster, engaging better, and selling more. What about you? Instantly reply to every comment, DM, and story mention. Or let people comment a keyword to automatically receive personalized messages. Turn comments into cash. Sell more products, boost event signups, and crush affiliate sales all on autopilot. Get the most out of Instagram. Try ManyChat for free today.
Illinois exposed camps.
Hey, stop it. Stop it.
Illinois exposed camps.
Also, you get to send it to.
But baby threat, wild as a motherfucker. Gonna cause that as major threat. What he saying now? He must be telling about the body right now. They turned the camera off.
Illinois exposed camps.
Damn. What's that? I swear to God, I tell you about a murder. I tell you about every murder I ever heard of. I'll tell you about every murder I even heard of. I wasn't present, I just heard about it. I'll tell you about that shit. All you gotta do is let me go. All you gotta do is not cross these doors, and I will tell it all. This nigga's a liability. He trying to be like his brother, but he ain't built. That's what he is. He a young nigga trying to be like his brother, but he ain't built. Should have never chose that lifestyle. Brother should have warned him. I ain't gonna lie, baby threat. This ain't what you want, shorty. You see what Big Bro going through and went through. Now he out here faking. Yeah, Dede brother.
Also, you get to send it to.
Oh, wow. He probably talking about the murder right now. I know a nigga that got killed on 179th and Cottage. I'll set him up for you. Give him to admit to it over the phone. Just don't lock me up. Whatever you do, don't put me in jail, man. Don't want to go. I want to carry guns and not have to worry about consequences. I wonder what he's saying, yo. How old this little kid is? What, he about 17, 18? Hey, Al, how old is this kid? It look like he ain't no older than 18. Maybe 19. I know he ain't 21. He doing a lot of telling. God damn. That nigga told for 3 minutes straight.
You don't have to be an expert to create something.
You know what I'm saying? Listen. I want to go check on your son, alright? You know what I'm saying? Is there no way you can tell me my address is there so I go check on him?
He's still telling. God damn. You're a dirty motherfucker, boy.
Stop. Is the door unlocked or you got keys so we going out? The door unlocked? Alright, I'm finna send a unit over there, alright? Okay? Alright, sit tight. Alright, give me her number, I'm gonna call. What's her number?
You're crazy. Old telling ass nigga. Young nigga. Baby
Wait, hold on. You gotta relax for me, because I can't understand it. Relax. What's the number?
Threat. It's a major
What you
threat.
saying, man? We're gonna see what we can do for you, alright? See what we can do for you. You gotta relax. Don't fucking relax, man. I'm gonna get a bus to prison. Relax. Give me no, I'm saying, what you talking about? I'm trying to get that.
Yo, it's only a pistol, probably your first one. What's a misdemeanor? You're told on a misdemeanor.
What's her name?
That might be what Dirk was talking about. Bro told on a misdemeanor. Had something with pistol playing.
Sit tight. Hold on.
Dirk must be talking about him. Go quick, little butt. They are for Justin Bieber people. It came out, Justin Bieber put out a statement. Dede never touched him. Now you can believe it or not, but that's what he said. Man, he was big crime. Real tears. He got caught with a pipe. Ain't that what they say? He got caught with a pipe, man. Told it all. Cassie. Oh yeah, so Cassie, y'all.
Ventura has a
Yo, what separates Cassie from Cherokee? Yeah, man. Yo, what separates Cassie from Cherokee, man? Or Sky Black? Yeah, man. Pinky. Yo, how is it that Dede is arrested, but people is still, OnlyFans is still a thing? When are the feds gonna raid OnlyFans? Do y'all think that's ever gonna happen? The federal raid of OnlyFans models? You one of this little selfish red ass niggas, dog. Hey, I ever met you. Damn, nigga say he ain't ever met him. He want to erase his existence out of his memory. Damn. I told you that same thing. I said he is a real threat. He's a real, but he ain't a baby threat. He a big threat. They need to change his name, y'all, whenever they get a chance. Dirk. Change that nigga name. He much bigger than the baby threat. That boy a big threat. He a threat to everybody. You don't want them niggas in your circle. They lie on you. Make up shit. Yeah, he's a big threat. Sure, there ain't no baby threat at all. Then I don't think nothing big about him. Yo, shit, please don't tell him about the sweet and spicy sun chips we stole that one time. I'm not trying to go to jail for some shit they don't even make anymore. Hey, yo, get the fuck out of here. Hey, yo, what's up, Jalen? There he go, his ass. Yo, but see, the thing is, yo, you can peep these niggas. I always tell y'all, it's characteristics of a rat. They should have been peep as a rat way before he did what he did. I don't even know who he did it to, but free them. Because somebody definitely went to jail, fuck around with this dumbass.
Officially wrapped up her testimony in Sean Diddy Combs' sex trafficking and racketeering trial after nearly 20 hours on the stand. Her account included graphic details of alleged abuse, rape, and coercion. But the defense, particularly today, pushed back with texts, audio, and claimed she was a willing participant in their so-called freak-offs. But that's not all. We even learned more today about what was inside Diddy's hotel room and heard striking testimony from Dawn Richard. I'm going to be breaking down what happened in today's courtroom with Elizabeth Milner, law and crimes reporter, who was inside to hear and see it all. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Well, after 4 days of harrowing testimony, Cassandra Ventura has finally stepped down from the witness stand in Sean Diddy Combs' federal sex trafficking and racketeering trial. And her account that spanned allegations of physical abuse, rape, coercion, alleged freak-offs, even this purported $20 million settlement, this painted quite a picture of their decades-long relationship. And it gives the jury a lot to think about. And I gotta say, I think it made this case a whole lot grayer, particularly after the cross-examination. So we're gonna break down everything that we learned from today's proceedings, day 5 of this bombshell trial. And also what we can expect to come. So to help me do that, I want to bring back on law and crimes reporter who has been inside that courtroom for every second of these proceedings. Elizabeth Milner is back with us. Elizabeth, so good to see you. First of all, I got to say, before you came out to do your hit, there was a little bit of like commotion out there. Basically, there's a lot of people watching this case. There's a lot of people outside that courthouse. Can you briefly explain to us what the atmosphere is like, both inside and outside the courtroom? It feels like that is the scene. That's the epicenter right now.
Great content needs a great audience. Like Stretch Armstrong needs to be stretched. Yeah! Woo! Feel the stretch?
Nah, hell no. I ain't been tapped in.
Absolutely, and you know, look, there's been a lot of public interest in this
from
case,
the hotel
not just
company
from us in the media, but also those who just either want to get a glimpse of Diddy himself, want to get a glimpse of Diddy's family, and so there is never, you know, just not enough people from the public who are here outside that courtroom. When I came outside today just to chat with you, Jesse, I walked outside and all of a sudden I saw a woman with kind of hair extensions in her hair. She was yelling back and forth with a man was yelling at her. It was pretty tense. I didn't know kind of what was going on, but a lot of people were crowding around them. I walk across the street and all I see are Free Diddy t-shirts, which is very surprising, something I didn't see when I entered the courtroom this morning, but that was very early this morning, so maybe a lot of people were realizing it's a Friday, let me go to the courthouse. Diddy just walks out of the courtroom every day, but that's not the case. He still goes back to MDC Brooklyn every night, every day after trial. But for the most part, there's still kind of a busy scene. Even right behind me, a lot of people kind of crowding around. Either the media is going to be out there, it's people with cameras, their cell phone cameras, actual physical cameras as well, too. Just trying. Even with us in the media, the cameras still go all the way down the block. You can think of. He did have the video, and he had this video, and this was, you know, more than 10 years. Cassie, he had a sexually explicit video of her.
And that Diddy's actions,
as far as what I could see from the jury, it doesn't seem like they're bored of this case, maybe just yet. But for the most part, they are being very, as the judge pointed out today, they're coming in on time. They are ready to serve on this jury, and they have been very paying very close attention to everything that's going on.
And that's interesting you say that, because yesterday, I think you were saying during the cross-examination, they looked a little checked out maybe. I was I was wondering maybe it was they understood where the defense's case was going. Was it a bit too repetitive? But I felt today's cross-examination was different. I'll tell you, one of the things that everybody's been talking about while you've been in the courthouse was apparently this audio recording. This audio recording that was played of Cassandra Ventura where she was apparently quite angry. This is interesting because in a case where the defense is trying to characterize everything that Cassandra Ventura allegedly went through was consensual, and that Dede's actions are being mischaracterized as criminal. What was this audio tape? What was the value of this audio tape? What did the jury hear?
Well, the value of the audio tape seemed pretty great to the defense. It was from 2014, and it was an audio recording between Cassie and somebody that she had worked with named Snitched. Now, Snitched's kind of important to Cassie's story because Snitched had told Cassie he had an sexually explicit video of her on his phone that somebody had told him about this video. And so she confronted Snitched about this because she had initially thought this was a freak-off video and just wanted to know where he had gotten this video, how did this video come into his possession. And so the audio was, I think, kind of a pretty bombshell moment this morning with the testimony goes, because when you're listening to Cassie on the stand, she is very soft-spoken. She is very quiet, and she is very calm, cool, and collected when she's answering questions. But under this audio, you could tell, and this was, more than 10 years ago at this point, but you could tell she was very, very upset while trying to confront Snitched about essentially this sexually explicit video. So it was taken in Atlantic City, and then the defense had kind of point out during this time Dede was all the way in California, but Cassie had told Snitched on this audio recording, we'll figure it out, and asked him, so you saw a video of me pleasuring myself, and Snitched said that he did have the video, and he had this video on her phone, and Cassie says, well, it's not me pleasuring myself because you said somebody else was in the room, and Cassie repeatedly had asked, can I see it, can I see it, can I see it? Then she goes into, and this is probably the part that kind of may have worked in the defense's favor, she says, I will kill you, I will kill you, I'll put you in a desert, I will cut you. She says, I'll get somebody else to do it because you're effing with my life. She that, this sugar honey iced tea is not cool, and you can take the first letters of those entire words to see what I'm talking about. But essentially, it was just kind of her screaming as she confronted Snitched about this sexually explicit video I had talked about during the lunch hour. I can understand why she would be noticing about this, right? Like, it's a private video that somebody randomly kind of has in their possession. And so, we all say things that we don't necessarily mean, such as, I will kill you. We kind of say that when we're mad. We may say it in jest. It's unclear if, she actually wanted to pursue this or anything like that. But for the most part, again, I can understand rage in saying these things, but for the defense, it definitely was something that they were trying to paint it as. Maybe you're not as, meek and quiet as you kind of portray yourself to be. You can get aggressive. You can go and be confrontational, and then you can use your boyfriend and his power to kind of make the threat a little more serious. Because
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm tired as a motherfucker. Yo, we're gonna have to continue this tomorrow. I gotta take my ass to sleep. I'm fucking tired as a bitch. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna get into what Cassie did tomorrow. And Big Homie CC. Goofy ass. But make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Please everybody tap them. My bad. No, Dede, keep it G News. I'm out.